Oh man, here we go.
His nickname is Super Bad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Silk? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him.
Well,
But
you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash kind of twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. Oh boy. Happy effing Monday. Would you agree with that statement, Jason?
Yes, I would.
We are a man down. Jeff, I was going to pay you this week, but man, not bad time to not show up. That's all right. Jason.
Bitch. What up, ladies and germs?
Whew. I gotta get psyched up. I was telling Jason before we started, I don't know. Maybe my coffee needs to kick in.
I think we should have had a beer or two.
That ain't a bad, you know what? Take the edge off. And I like that. That's a good idea. Kind of knock the guard down a little bit.
I don't have any beer in the house, so I'm sticking with Mountain Dew.
Yeah, well, that could work too.
That's all I got.
Hang on. All right, so here we go. Round number 5 already. Does it feel like it's going by fast?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, it's kind of weird. It seems like it's kind of cooking. It's cooking right along. But
It's actually kind of nice that this time of the year is going by fast. Usually it just drags on forever.
yeah, the winter's a pain in the ass sometimes. But big thanks, as always, to everyone helping us out. Motokazi, Spring Creek MX Park, Gibson Art Design, Plainview Power Sports, and SKD. And make sure to check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. Follow us on Instagram at Talkin Moto Podcast, and Twitter is at Talkin Moto. I had, a fair amount of fun. I don't know if people liked it or not. I seem to be getting a little chatter, but I was hanging out, watching the races, and posting stuff on the Facebook page. So, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun. Getting some responses out of people, so. Like the dang Facebook page.
Neato.
Huh? Neato?
Neato.
Oh, yeah.
Neato.
It is neato. So yeah, let's dive right in. I was a little disappointed. Actually, not disappointed.
Why?
We were just talking about this before we hit the go button. Did you think Dungey was going to go 4 in a row? Or hoping he would?
I thought he would. But as soon as he didn't get a decent start, it was kind of doubtful that he would, especially with the Roczen out front. But yeah, I expected a 4 in a row. I never thought he would finish out the season winning, but I definitely thought he had maybe a couple more in him. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, a second, 3 first, and a second. I mean, that's pretty horrible, right? We don't want.
If I was picking, I would have picked him for a win this weekend.
Yeah. So I kind of screwed myself in the Talkin Moto fantasy because I did have Dungey to win, but in some of the other ones I flipped it around. So good in others, bad on ours. Or mine, however you want to look at it.
Son of a diddly.
Yeah, this could be a touchy subject. I know there's some Minnesota ties, but maybe a little later we can talk about the Craig Webb kind of incident, maybe. I don't know if it's an incident.
I don't know what there is to talk about.
Well, I'm not a fan, and I'm not a. This hurts because I'm really not a fan of Webb, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the riding the bike really wide.
So you wanted to just give him the spot?
I don't want to give him the spot, but when it's 3 laps into a heat race, like you're not gonna hold. I mean, I don't know. I guess if
make him pass you.
I know exactly. Which brings me to next week. I think Webb's done being nice. I think he's kept it pretty clean. So I'm not going to be surprised if he just parks them or they both go down, one of the two. I'm not going to be surprised, but
I think I figured out what kind of racing you want to see.
What?
I think I got this all figured out now. I think you want to see the gate drop and everybody just give Cooper the lead because he was fastest in practice or he was champion last year, so they let him go. If by chance you get out in front of him, you pull off and let him go. And then make sure he has at least a 15-second lead at the end. After that, they can all go back to the truck, eat gummy bears, and share a jukebox. Juice box. That's what I wanted to say. It's ridiculous, man. It's freaking professional racing. Let them freaking race.
Whoa.
I'm so happy to see somebody finally stand up to the guys that are winning all the time and frickin' race them. If you want to go back to watching single file 15-second leads, then fine. I guess I'll find something else to watch.
It's nothing to do with the. I don't know. It's just when I watch that, I'm like, Webb is clearly faster. This is all my opinion, so bear with me.
Still got to pass him.
Yeah, he still has to pass him, and which you're right. And I was on Vital today, and I commented on a post, and they were talking about whatever dirty riding or something like that, and there was talk about Muskin and him like cross jumping and this and that. And I was reading a few of the comments, and the one guy's like, "Hey, doesn't matter if you're in front of him, cross jump him, run him off the track. He's down for everything."
I don't see how you can make a comparison between the two, or if you're even trying to. Christian Craig was doing nothing. He wasn't cross-jumping or anything, so he's blocking the line in the corner. That's what he's supposed to do. There was that one point where they kind of got together that was pretty clear to me that was not on purpose.
Are you talking in the heat race there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
In the main, I don't feel like Cooper ever got close enough to really make him block him before he took himself out by. And he didn't even really wash his front wheel out. That was like straight on plowing.
Hang on. What the hell? Stand by. I don't know. I can see your point, but
I just don't know why everybody's so butthurt about it. It's like we finally get some good racing and finally get these guys to actually compete against each other and don't just let the fast guys go. And everybody bitches about it. Freaking go watch soccer.
Dang it. What's going on, Jeff?
Puppy monkey, baby.
Screw you and your puppy.
What
monkey,
happened?
Baby.
What do you mean what happened?
Why the hell didn't I get an invite?
I sent you 3 of them.
Scott didn't want me here.
Bolshevik.
Oh man.
I got none. Well, I was on the phone, maybe. I got a call at like 5 to 8, and I totally thought it was you guys, and it wasn't. So, I just sat and watched videos of Puppy Monkey Baby.
Huh.
How can you watch that and not, like, just put your fist through a window?
Oh, it's so creepy. I love it.
Oh, God.
Well, you're jumping into
I don't know if I can talk to either of you tonight. You're both making me bitter. I expect it from Scott, but come on.
Oh man. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Jason, it's just further proof that any idiot can get a job in marketing.
Well, that's true. It's very true. But that marketing job was the final straw for me. It's like after that, I was no longer watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't want to watch it, but I was...
Not that I cared anyway.
But a family function.
Oh, I was yelling at the TV. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, you would.
Jeff, do you want to... you're jumping into a...
It sounded like Jason was really pissed off about something.
I got him mad. I got Jason mad. 10 minutes in, he's mad at me. But we were just talking...
I'm mad at you, too. You didn't send me any invites, you damn liar.
Shoot. It's Bush's fault.
Yeah, but everything was ready at 6:30.
I know. See, I told you.
Did you just say what I think you just said?
What? I told you?
No, before that.
It's Bush's fault?
That's what I thought you said.
Gotta blame somebody.
You really are just trying to piss me off tonight, aren't you? You libtard.
Shoot. But, okay, Jeff. What did you think of Craig? To me, I think, I'm not a fan of the riding a wide bike. What are
you a fan of? Moving over?
No, you don't have to move over, but if
What's the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Sorry.
To me.
Well, you don't want him to move over, but you don't want him to ride a wide bike. I don't get it.
Well, coming into the corner and you're slowing down, you're pushing them high. It's I'm watching that. I'm like, to me, that's not racing. And they're like, everyone's like, oh, they're battling. I'm like, no one's battling nobody. He's just one guy blocking another guy.
Yeah, but it's the guy in back's job to get around him.
Exactly.
Which I'm not like I was telling Jason, I'm not a super fan of Webb, but if he
Well, show me anyone else who's put any effort into keeping Webb behind him this year.
Right.
Craig's the only one, and Craig, he's not faster for one individual lap, but for 8 to 10 laps he's faster. So yeah, give him some credit there.
It's like everybody's happy with racing on paper now. It's like, okay, this guy was fastest in practice. He should win. What's the point of even running the races? Run qualifying and, okay, you won.
You might be onto
Who's
something.
everybody? Because I think Scott's the only one who's making this lame argument.
But he's got people that agree with him.
That's because people agree with everything I say. You know this is true.
No, they don't. Don't make me call you a Canadian friend.
Oh, good. Eh?
No, I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what you're asking of these guys, Scott. You want him to just ride his own lines, and if the guy's faster, let him by? I mean, he gets by because... So is he supposed to not ride the fast line?
No,
or force the other guy into the slow line?
I have no idea. I don't... if there's 2 laps left... Sure, do what you can to keep them by. But if it's halfway through and to me, it's just like you're Mickey Mouse and back and forth. Like, to me, I don't think that's...
I just don't get that attitude. Make him
The only
pass
thing
you.
I don't like so far is that there hasn't been any paint traded. It's been way too clean. I want to see it get nasty.
I think it's going to
I'm
happen.
all right with it getting nasty.
I feel like Webb is too small to try to take out Craig. I don't know why. I think, like, I could see Webb getting up into a turn, like in a berm, if he gets a little off balance. He's got too short of legs. He can't put him down. Craig could probably just put him down and keep his bike going. I don't know how that's going to turn out if Webb tries to get nasty with him. But is he gonna? Because Craig's too far behind in points for him to. I mean, it doesn't make sense for him to go after Craig. I don't think Craig's gonna beat him for the year.
They're not that far
Well,
apart.
if Cooper keeps going down trying to get around him, he could.
I could see him having a. If he got another DNF, he'd be in some deep shit. And if Savachi starts manning up, it could make it interesting.
Say they are tied in points.
You know that a guy like Savachi is watching Craig and thinking, geez, if he can keep Webb behind him for 10 laps or whatever, there's no reason I can't do it. Just
You know what,
gotta get a
Cooper Webb
start.
fans or wannabe Cooper Webb fans, if you want to see your guy just be able to be in front of Christian Craig and not have to battle him, tell him to pull a freaking hole shot. Then you won't have to worry about it.
A touche.
Stop blaming the guy that's trying to keep a spot and blame your guy for once. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
This is
Yeah,
why
I'm
we
just glad
should
we
do
got to
these
see
shows
2
on
new
Mondays.
winners. It was fun.
No shows on Mondays? Ah, it's good. By tomorrow, everyone will forget about everything anyway.
I've been kicking the idea around of doing a show during the race.
Oh,
Like, I thought it'd be kind of fun to call each other and all watch the race simultaneously and do a show.
I've seen and I don't know. Well, I suppose if you're not making money, there's a guy that does like a Twitch stream of the races. Watch them live.
I don't
I
even
think
know
we
what
should
that
do
is.
like. Then what we do is we actually. God, how could we do that? We'd have to like put it on YouTube and actually show the race, and then we do like the mystery science theater heads.
We totally could do that.
Look at that. I climbed up the standings a little bit there with my picks last week in the fantasy, huh? I got some decent points.
I'm beating you for once.
Oh, I'm terrible. Well, I missed round 1, which didn't help, but
Ah. All right. On to the.
I am
That-
watching this heat race right now, and I see. I don't even know if I would call it a wide bike,
you beat
dude.
him in 2 games.
Eh. It's okay. I think, is it the heat race where they come out of one of the 180s and he finally gets around him and kind of doesn't push him into the tough blocks, but that's how he gets by him. I don't know.
The stuff you're talking about, Scott, like the stuff where guys don't race. In the past, it was Villapoto or Dungey, or when they just let them by without putting up a fight because they know they're slower. That makes me want to throw a baby at the TV.
A puppy monkey baby.
Yeah, preferably a puppy monkey baby if I can find one. But I would take any baby. I'm so mad.
That is not
I
good.
think you're barking up the wrong tree.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm all right with that.
And they just totally smokes him in the whoops, takes him back, and then Cooper squares him up back underneath. Just good, clean racing, man. That's what it is.
We'll just chalk this up to Scott's an idiot.
Well,
I will
I'm gonna
admit
say
that Craig needs to find just a hair more speed if he wants to beat him in a straight-up fashion. Because he can get the start, he can put in some good laps, but he seems like he can't put in the good laps consistently. And
Well, I think the fact that he was able to just, I mean, even in this heat race, once Cooper gets by him, he doesn't exactly run away with it. So the fact that Christian Craig is running on that level, on this track especially, this track was extremely fast and pretty technical. So for him to be able to do what he did on this track, I think was pretty damn impressive.
What when I first saw the track and they had the long start straight and it kind of did the the 180s back and forth, and I think Jeff, we were commenting on this on Facebook. Was it Friday or I think it was Friday. I thought the laps were going to be a lot shorter than what they were. But so I was thinking, I don't know, maybe the track map seemed like it was faster. Does that make sense?
Well, I could see, I never looked at a track map, I guess, but I could see how you could look at a track map and think, oh my God, they wasted so much room and there's no way that this track is going to produce decent lap times, but that place is freaking huge, man.
Right. Like I was thinking it was, for some reason, I was thinking like 51, 52 second lap times, and don't ask me where I got that idea from, but so when I turned on practice and it was I think 108, 110 is kind of where they initially started. I was like, holy cow. But I don't know, I thought it was good. Like I said, I'm a kind of a fan of the minute lap times. I don't like it when it gets
Minute plus.
well, yeah, if they're 50 seconds, it just seems, I don't know, seems too short, but I don't know. I didn't really think anything too exciting, at least on the TV side of it, happened in the main that, was like a wow factor, but I mean, Dungey kind of working his way up, but, didn't show anything that was wild and crazy.
What?
Does that all make sense?
Sure.
Sure.
What was that? Was that a dog? Or was that your chair?
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, you probably can't hear me. Was that your dog or a chair?
Oh, am I squeaking again? My bad.
I thought it was a dog barking in the background.
No, that's just my chair.
I never even looked at your damn list you sent out today.
Sad day.
It was a terrible day at work.
It really was. I didn't have any time to look at it either.
I did learn a lot about a lot of things I don't care about, so there's that.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's pretty much, the basics. We talked before you got in here, Jeff, that, Dungey going 4 in a row. Just kind of rooting for that. Kind of I don't know if it's a bummer. I don't know that it's a surprise, but Superbad's back on the injured list. So
Yeah, me and Matt talked a little bit about that today. It is no surprise. He's got the body of Dean Wilson. We talked about he's just too damn lanky and skinny to keep his body together.
He's a porcelain doll.
that's not good.
Well, it's got to work out some more. Build some muscle mass so you can take a crash.
Do they need to? Does PC need to switch from Monster to Muscle Milk? Or some?
I don't know.
What else we had? Baggett was out. Stewie was out. Kennard was out. Wilson's out. Tickle's out. Let's go.
Dang.
So like,
I'm out.
yeah, we're out. Peace. Like Jason said, new venue this weekend, so the only thing I'd like to kind of see is how they roll out the grass, because isn't it like
That's what I was thinking. I want to know how that whole thing works. I was going to Google that today, but never had a chance to.
yeah, like from the little bit I read, it sounded like they just roll that stuff up and then they roll it outside. Because the floor was all, flat, smooth, or whatever, one surface, and
It looked like it was all concrete.
yeah. So,
I don't know. Pretty impressive.
um,
I wonder if they just roll it up like one big massive piece of sod.
that would be extremely heavy.
It doesn't seem like that would even be possible, but how do they put it back in there and have it all stay together if it isn't one big piece of sod?
Doesn't the whole floor move with the dirt and grass on it?
What
Did
was
you
that,
say
Jeff?
something?
Sorry, let me go retrieve my phone. I said, doesn't the whole floor move, like, with the grass and dirt on it? Just the whole
Well, that's
thing?
what I was wondering. If that's how it works, or if they actually rolled it up, I don't know.
Hang on a second. Let's see.
Well, it's actual grass. I think you couldn't roll it up, could you?
Well,
Would
I
it,
mean,
at
you
some point,
could,
grow
I don't
roots?
know how long. I don't know how long it would last.
It's just
I
this
don't know what
brown
would
piece
happen
of
if you
shit
just
field that...
if you just took a piece of sod and just kept rolling it back and forth.
Probably be fine. No troubles.
You'd have to have one big ass sod cutter.
Whoa. Hang on.
So
What are
then
you
that whole
typing?
freaking wall on the big red end must just lift up, huh?
What the end where they went
Where
outside?
the start was? Yeah.
Yeah, that
Are
must
you shitting me? That is crazy.
retract. Did you just find a time lapse of it or something?
Yeah. But that's outside.
Would you care to share?
Hang on. No, can't do it right now. Okay. So where they came outside, it just gets pulled, it looks like it's just a giant sheet. It doesn't get rolled up. It just all pulls out like a tablecloth. Pulls out so it sits outside.
Hmm.
And then they must just slide the whole thing back in. Copy?
Seems like it would be, I don't know, seems like it'd be kind of more work than it's worth.
There is
It's a really ugly stadium.
It really is. It looks
That
like
big
a friggin'
silver...
barn.
Yeah, it looks like a damn UFO landed there.
Let's try
When did they have the Super Bowl there? Was that last year?
You'll have to
It was last year.
You'll have to copy and paste I put the link to YouTube in the chat if you're in there.
Nope, not in there.
That's okay. Man, I got 90. I swear I have 97 windows open. All right, what did you guys think of that long start straight? I thought it raced better than I thought.
Oh, I think it's cool. Like we were talking
Yeah,
about
I thought
Saturday
it
night,
was.
it gives some extra, makes kind of the whole gate, a whole shot from anywhere, I guess, a possibility. It's not
Yeah,
like
if you got the horsepower and the reaction time, I mean, there's no real reason you couldn't start from anywhere and full hole shot.
Would a long start be something you'd want to see every weekend?
No, because I think in a normal stadium situation, it would take up too much space.
yeah. The problem would be if you had it in a normal stadium where you didn't go outside, you'd have 48-second lap times
Right.
because the start straight doesn't take long to get down it.
I still gotta. I kind of said this on Saturday night, but I gotta believe it was kind of a nightmare for the mechanics to gear these bikes for this track.
Tomac, saw something that said he mentioned he went faster down that start straight than he did in all of Lucas Oil motocross.
Wow.
Well, yeah, wasn't it like 350 some feet long?
It's longer than that, wasn't it?
Basically a drag strip.
I thought it was like damn near 4, if not more than 4.
So what do those guys do for the field goal then? Well, they just poke it into a hole in the floor?
Oh, I don't.
Apparently.
I'm assuming that must be down there. I figured those were like cemented in. But I guess when your floor moves,
no different like any other place that they use for baseball and
I suppose.
football. And
I've never seen a field goal in a supercross track. How cool would that
That'd
be
be
though if they
kinda cool.
jumped
Jump
through
through
a
it.
field goal?
Now we're talking.
No good.
Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere, guys. Scott, call Feld right now. Let's give him the idea.
He hit the upright.
Here's a funny story. We all remember.
Wide left. It's no good.
Oh, he's hanging by the upright. It impaled him right in the gut.
We all remember Elko, and they had the Moto Primo, kind of that single to table jump. And we were up for
City's Edge jump.
Was it it was City's Edge. I don't remember when this happened, if it was City's Edge or...
Yeah, it went back and forth.
Yeah, it was a while ago. And...
It was the Power Mad double originally.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, originally I believe it was the Power Mad double.
Shit, maybe it could have been the Power Mad. I don't know. It was a while ago.
Which direction was it going? Was it going away from the car racetrack or going...
Yes.
You were coming...
South to north or north to south?
Oh, my God. South. You were traveling south. So you were going away from the racetrack.
You do the jump and then go do the S-curve thing.
Yeah.
So that was the original direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Verlin, we're up for practice, and to this day, I don't know. I'd have to call him up and ask him what the hell happened. But he got all squirrely, and he hit the pole and knocked that sign down. It's like, I'm like, what are you doing?
That takes some talent.
I know, because it's like, I mean, obviously the poles are, off to each side of the takeoff, but like they're not like right next to it either.
No, they were a long ways out there.
So he got
to knock it over.
Oh yeah, like
shoddy craftsmanship was that.
Like half the sign is anchored on
I'm sure a sign guy put it up.
Oh man,
you know how them sign guys are.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm sure. Motokazi sign professional.
Was it held together with zip ties only?
Well, it could have been, because that thing was half of it. Well, I mean, it didn't like break or anything, but the left side is still connected, and the right side's, laying on the track or diagonal across the track. And
that used to be the measurement of whether or not you were a man or not, was whether or not you hit that jump.
Right. If you would jump that jump, you were the baddest of the bad.
Now it might be one of the smallest. I mean, when Elko was still in existence, it was one of the weakest jumps around.
I really don't know what was so intimidating about it.
I think it was because you had to land clean and stop before you aired it out over the berm.
That's true.
I think that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
It was the good old days
Always
when
made-
motocross was fun because there was always a new challenge to try to meet and overcome. And once you get to a point where you're good, it's like, well, I've reached my pinnacle, my peak. Nothing, nowhere to go now but down.
Time to get old and slow and crash a lot.
Just remember we had a bunch of new jumps out at Le Mans track. And
What's with your friends' names? Vermin, Lamont? Don't you have any
Vermin?
normal friends' names?
That's his Greg Lamont.
Fish.
Lamont is his last name. That's not bad.
Oh, I thought Lamont was his first name.
No. And I think they built a bunch of new jumps, and it's just like, I don't know. I'd always kind of roll around them. And Joe Mueller that's when he was riding a lot. And he comes out there, and there's jumps that none of us have even hit yet, and we've been riding out there for a little bit. And, he comes around and, rolls the whole track once and then comes around second time and just jumps everything like it's nothing. It's like, yeah. But, I mean, eventually everyone gets everything down, but that's it. That's my stroll down memory lane for you.
That's your happy day story.
Yeah.
Way to go. I was starting to chirp up or chirp up, whatever, a little bit. And now you made me depressed again because you got me thinking about Elko.
The place is coming back, I heard.
Really?
No, but wouldn't that be awesome?
Tell you what, I'll sit here and hold my breath.
Someone go to Jason's. He's not going to make it.
He's too far for me. He's a lost cause if I got to drive there.
Well, thanks.
I'd have to call Adam and tell him to hustle on over.
I'm pretty sure you could beat him.
Oh, shoot.
He'd ride his hoverboard over there, whatever the hell those things are.
He'd probably just fly his drone over.
Flight over to see that you're dying. No,
Still
nothing I can
waiting
do
for that
here.
day so I can shoot it right out of the sky.
Let's see. What'd you guys think of that nice whoop section?
This is gnarly, dude.
I know.
I'm liking the rough whoops. Oh, speaking of that, no, I hated those whoops because they ruined my freaking 250 picks.
Jeff.
I looked like a genius, though, didn't I, when I had Jordan Smith in 5th place and he was winning his heat?
Mm-hmm.
Then he freaking pogo sticks on the front wheel. And
That was impressive. Like, at the end, it didn't look like he was going that fast, but, man, it really kind of sprung him up in the air. And
yeah, he got a little help from his front forks.
It looked like he grabbed his front brake. Maybe he was
Probably
going
thought
for
he
the
could flip it
fastest
off.
stoppy and whoop section.
I thought maybe if he hit the front brake, he could get it to come around and get on the wheels again. And maybe he, for a second, thought he was playing mad skills.
Just do a front flip and then ride it out.
Yeah. Drop the front end and then just hang on.
He had good form. I think he would have been okay if the bike hadn't landed on him.
I didn't think it was enough to take him out for the night. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I guess they didn't really say. I mean, if he hit his head, I guess, my doctor degree, I, for some reason, was thinking like a collarbone or something, but it sounded like
He could have jacked his neck up. Who knows? He could have whiplash.
Yeah, it sounded like he's all right, though, so.
There could be sand in certain lady parts.
Yeah, you just never know. Let's see here. Well, I don't know if this is good or not, but keeping with the first timers. So obviously Craig gets his first 250 win. Austin Politelli made his first main event. And then that's really all I saw for 250s for first timers. I don't know. This is kind of maybe a shocker, I guess. I was actually talking to a buddy about this today. Just Tomac in general, and this was the first time he's been on the podium all year. Even though he kind of threw one away a couple rounds ago, but I don't know. I guess.
I don't think it's all that shocking. I mean, new season, new bike, coming back from some vicious injuries,
right.
Long recovery. I mean, you can't expect the guy to just bounce right back after that, even if he was on the same bike. Now he just completely switches brand, different team, different everything. You gotta believe it's going to take him a while to come back.
Right. No, I would agree with that too, and yeah, I think maybe I'm just kind of stuck on, how well he was riding prior to him getting hurt, and then having that done and all that, coming back from that, and like you said, all the new changes. Good call.
I picked him for a win. I thought he'd be, at this point, capable of that. But he disappointed me. Well, remember, I forgot to put Kenny in my top 5, so he disappointed me too.
Well, his bike could have started on fire or something. Never know.
I thought we might have a good battle there for the lead with I was hoping Kenny would have faded a little, Tomac would have latched onto him, and then Dungey came up behind. That would have been pretty good. But we were robbed. Another 10 laps, it would have happened.
We're going to start having 30 lap mains.
Yeah, let's do 30 plus 2. Make it happen. Well, let's see. Do you guys have any surprises in the 250 class? For me, I wrote down just kind of Webb tucking the front wheel and kind of crashing. I don't know. I guess I'm not. I just wasn't expecting him to crash.
That's not a surprise to me. I'm never surprised by anything like that in the 250 class. By anybody. I don't care who you are.
It was Phoenix, too, which has got to be one of the easiest tracks to wash a tire on, because there's parts that are, harder than concrete, and there's parts that have some traction. The area he tucked it in, it looked like there was a lot of loose dirt there, so I don't know if it was rocks, like little pebbles that were on top that he rolled his tire, but...
It's a pretty deep spot. There's a lot of frickin' rocks, man. I mean, there was just boulders laying everywhere, it seemed like.
That was my cancellation of my Trex University tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
What,
Stay at work with the cool kids.
I had made the comment that 250 LCQ was... They were yard sailing all over.
There was a lot of...
I think I made the comment, like, I hope 4 riders finish the LCQ. But...
It was looking a little rough there for a while.
Yeah, it was. Man, that would just be a shitty feeling, and I don't have the rider's name, but it was the one where they're in the whoop section, and the guy must have crashed, and he's like, wasn't he pushing his bike or trying to ride it off the track? Like...
No, I think he was out of control and just drifting wide right.
Kind of got turned sideways, and
That's not a good idea.
Really
I've
not going the right
experienced that
direction.
firsthand.
Yes.
He got hit in the leg, which can be bad too, but I got hit in the chest, which that's pretty tough when you get hit with a front wheel right in your chest.
Well, and it's not like he can. I mean, like, what do you do? I mean, you obviously.
Well, you can't. That's shit. You can't let off.
Yeah.
And all you can try to do is try to change your line as much as possible to miss him, but he didn't even have time to do that. He just had time to basically brace for impact.
Mm.
Wonder if he yelled at him at all.
I'm gonna hit you. Yeah. So that. Yeah. Yeah. No. No good. No good. Let's see. So 450s. Dungey obviously. Kenny won, but Dungey still got. He's 21 points up on Kenny in second. They haven't really mentioned this at all. Maybe they did at the beginning, but like Purcell qualifies really good, but just doesn't do anything in the final, in the mains.
There you go, racing on paper again. Qualifies well, he should probably win.
Well, he doesn't have to win, but like you think a guy that qualified second would finish better than 13th.
Why? In qualifying, you have to ride one lap,
True.
and you're not really racing anybody.
I'd be curious to see if his lap times in the main are anywhere near what they are. If he has even one lap that's close to what his qualification times are.
Right.
He just doesn't seem to want to race very bad.
He hasn't been getting crap for starts, number one.
Yeah. I don't know, like when I make my fantasy picks, I mean that's what I look at, you know. I go to qualifying and I see like, you know, like this week I see Purcell in second. I'm like, well, he's going to be nowhere near that, but like I get what you're saying, Jason, too, but I don't know. I just think qualifying second and finishing 13th isn't always.
The question is, what is it about the other bikes that makes him forget how to ride his? Like, obviously there's guys that are out there in qualifying with him, so he's riding around other guys or riding with other guys, but when the race comes, I think he's scared off the start. He doesn't really go for it too much. And I don't know, I mean, it seemed like in motocross he pushed pretty hard on the starts. He was, I don't know, he was pretty solid last year. I believe he won a race.
Maybe just,
I don't know.
Maybe doesn't like Supercross, I guess. Maybe.
It could be.
Everybody knows the main
champion.
goal. Everybody knows the main goal is to win practice.
Well, I think he's only done that one time, maybe, where he's been the fastest. But
yeah, but he's trying. I mean, he's giving it the old college effort.
He's not really, though. If you ever see him in practice, he does one fast lap, and then that's it. Like, he's not out there putting up, 10 laps, and one of them happens to be really fast. He puts, he goes and rides around slow, and then does one hard lap, and then he's done.
He's on a heater.
It is ridiculous just to see that kind of talent, though, and have him piss it away doing stupid stuff like this. I gotta believe that those guys paying him gotta be irritated.
I have no idea how you read this lap chart. Oh, that's not times, that's just rider position. I'm sure Racer X will post it this week. I'm trying to
What are you trying to look at? There's a good website out there that I found. It's called MX Graphs, and it's pretty cool. It shows you some pretty interesting stuff. It shows a line. It shows all the riders finish on the left. I think it might show their start position or their qualifying position on the left, and then it has each rider has a colored line, and their line, you can kind of trace it from where they started. That's what it is. It's position on lap 1 to where they finish, and you can see the guys that start, move up, and the guys that stay flat, and the guys that go down. It's pretty good.
All right. So, hang on. We're getting somewhere. His best in the main was a 105. All right. Oh, wow. So, he qualified at like a 101.7.
Oof.
But let's see. I mean, it slowed down a little bit. Roczen was a 102.5. Dungey was a 102. So, like, Dungey qualified at a 101.3. So, it slowed up a little bit, but not no 4 seconds.
Going back to the rig and eating cheeseburgers for supper.
Now I can't find that website that had all those cool graphs, but whatever.
Ooh.
God, that was weird. They just showed that start in slow motion, and everybody is kicking their brake lever up on the start. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That's
It's almost
to release
like it's
the brake.
their shifter, but that's on the right side of the bike.
Yeah. No, that's their brake. They're just lifting it up to release a little pressure off the rear wheel to get more horsepower to the ground.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that.
Did you guys happen to go, speaking of bikes without shifters on the right side or brakes on the left side, did you guys ever read those articles on those electric bikes?
Ah, shoot.
No.
They posted the second half of it, the second half of the article, I think today. And it was pretty good. They had finally got to the how you buy them, and they're $15,000.
Ooh.
But there was a little bit of a hint that there may be someone racing them professionally very soon. They're working right now with the AMA and the FIM to get a kind of a, I don't know, break on the homologation process.
Do they put like a horsepower rating on them? Or how do they...
Well, they designed them to be a 250 class competitor. But from what the article said, they've talked to a lot of promoters, and promoters would allow them in the open class at this point. But the plan is for it to be a 250 machine.
I don't know how they regulate that.
Well, you'd have to put it on a dyno, I think, wouldn't you? And maybe compare it to a 2-stroke? I don't know.
But
is anyone going to look at it and say, no, you have an advantage?
That's not fair, though. Because...
Well, sure, it's not fair, but how...
The point has never been to regulate horsepower. The point is, okay, we're going to regulate CCs. So, if you regulate horsepower,
motor size.
Nobody has any other... Now there's... there goes the whole idea of trying to get performance out of motor if everybody's just going to have the same horsepower.
Well, there's got to be a way to equate this thing to a gasoline counterpart. And the only way to do that would be you don't have an engine capacity measuring, so you've got to do... you'd have to do something. Horsepower rating or some method of that. I did read that it's got like an extra 30 pounds over a 250, though.
God,
that was what it said.
Seems like a pig.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see maybe a high-profile, some sort of high-profile race where someone rode one. Let's see how it See how it's stacked up.
Hey,
I hope they ride it in a mud race, and then they get electrocuted.
whoa, why? That's not nice, Jason. Take that back.
It does run off 420 volts, I think, or something like that.
Don't tell me what to do, Scott.
Hey, I'm just if anyone is at home, they have a replay of Glendale right now on FS1.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I might be watching it.
I just got done watching it, and I turned the TV different channel, and boom, boom, there it is. We have a few things maybe we could talk about either after or later. Of course, it is after 9 o'clock. Maybe we'll shoot for later.
Well, how much later do you want to talk?
I don't know
Yeah,
much.
no kidding, man.
Okay.
How late are we staying up here?
I was just
Hey, look, it's Skinny Ricky.
I was just looking on Facebook, and it seems like our Black Lives Matter group is at it again. Looks like from the old fox9.com. It says Black Lives Matter plan to shut down Red Bull Crash Ice in St. Paul. I don't know when.
Oh God, that breaks my heart.
Is that this weekend?
I hope they line
Oh.
up across the track and the guys just take off.
That's
Just plow them over at the end.
it's the end of the month.
Who cares? Those people are such idiots.
They have a new hashtag. Hashtag Black Ice. Oh boy. Well. So, I suppose their cause is... Has there been a police shooting? Is there something going on in the cities that I haven't heard about?
I don't know.
Been pretty quiet.
It's been a ton of crime, but
I'm surprised they're gonna go. I mean, it's gonna be cold out.
I don't know. I told the wife that with all the snow that you guys have had up there, that they could maybe have a protest, but then give them all shovels. Then when they're on the highway, they could help clean clean off the highway with the shovels. I thought it was funny. She told me not to post it.
I think that's called slavery.
It's not slavery. You're on the damn highway. Do something constructive. Cursive.
I think that's slavery.
I don't
Too soon?
You're not forcing them. Just give them You're gonna protest here.
Yeah,
Grab a
they don't have to be out there protesting.
Okay. When's the last time you saw somebody standing along the highway with a shovel that actually used it? And I'm talking including the people that work for the state.
Maybe it's more of a suggestion.
Well, the protesters can lean against it too if they want, in between shoveling.
Yeah.
There'll be no in between.
Shoot.
What is that beeping? I think there's a bomb in my house.
It's
The
not good.
ticking?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my wife's coffee maker that like gives us a 10-hour heads up that it's gonna brew coffee in the morning or what.
Well, that's
It
nice.
beeps this time like all the time. She sets it and then it beeps randomly.
Well, you should be careful. For 450, we're almost done. 450 surprises. I had Roczen obviously getting I don't know that it should be much of a surprise, but from what he has done this year so far, he pretty much got a start, and that was the end of that. I also had Millsaps with a fifth. That was my 450 surprise. Did you guys see anything that...
I would say
I think more than
surprised
that
it
was
didn't take
Millsaps
Roczen.
winning a heat race.
True. What were you going to
Sorry,
say, Jeff?
didn't mean to.
I
talk
said I
over
was
you.
surprised by the fact that it took Roczen so long to finally win one. Also surprised by Reed dropping like a freaking bad habit. And I thought the long, gnarly whoop section was going to help him, and it seemed like it kicked his ass all night. And then, yeah, Millsaps. Where the hell did he come from?
Coming back.
Like, F you guys who said I didn't like my KTM.
It's that sweet fly gear, man. Just did it for him.
I did like that kind of all black.
Do you think now that he's gone black, he'll go back?
Whoa.
I don't know. Probably not.
Whoa.
Buying me some of that gear. Actually, I'm not buying it. I'm going to use Flybucks to get it.
It does.
Do you have Flybucks?
Huh?
I need some Flybucks.
Got $160 worth sitting over there on the couch.
Oh, I'll be there in a minute.
Matt says.
Well, not yours.
Matt says Millsaps will be. We'll be seeing him on the box.
Gonna release a sex tape?
It could happen.
That'd be a good move for a motocrosser, I think, to hit the mainstream a little more.
If
Look what it did for Kim.
motocross/supercross ever goes the way of NASCAR, I will probably kill myself.
I like that photo op with Dungey talking to Danica Patrick, and you think that was so staged? Like, does he ever? Why would he care about any of that crap? Like, is he gonna say to Danica, "Hey, Danica, nice awkward reach out and grab Jenny Taft, you freak"? That was so weird. I don't even know what happened there, but it was creepy.
Very.
And then I doubt Dungey was like hanging out talking to these dudes about NASCAR.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. I guess that part of the show, but kind of the Twitter segments and stuff like that. But I get it. I understand why they do it. It's just kind of like, wow, Jeff Gordon's in attendance or Ricky Fowler.
Well, I'm all right with like Jeff Gordon. I mean, the guy's a freaking legend. Okay, that's fine. You bring these other idiot. Sorry.
And Ricky Fowler is.
You bring these people that we don't know who they are. It's like, why are they even here? Who cares?
Right.
Ricky Fowler's a motocrosser too, so
Yeah.
there is that.
Damn
He's got some tie at least.
But I like how these people just show up and then all of a sudden they're, we were at walking the track earlier today. It's why the hell do they get to walk the track?
Oh yeah, that's right. Why am I drawing a blank? That one guy is sponsored by Target. Carl or
So
Larson. What the hell's his first name?
Hey, let's talk about what's really important here. After the race, Arena Cross was on, and I got to see my old gal pal, Double D.
Whoa, I must have missed her.
you know what's funny
You
about
stayed
that?
up watching.
And I want somebody to explain to me why this has happened. They have shown that same race for the last 4 weeks in a row.
Has there been no
Has
other
there been
races?
an Arena Cross? Has there been an Arena Cross since then? Or have they just raced in Cincinnati and that's it?
No, I
I'm like driving home and I get the text from Evan that, Henry Miller got third. And I was like, all right, got third again. And I get home and there was like
Not
10
again.
minutes left in it. I'm like, this is freaking Cincinnati. This is the same one that's been on for the last month.
Maybe they've been to Cincinnati 4 weekends in a row, and the guys are really
I don't
consistent.
think so. I don't think so. Because
I was actually at home and I heard a very familiar voice. I was at Evansville, I think, but I heard her and I'm like, hey, I know who that is. She used to whisper sweet nothings in my ear. And then I went to the TV and was like, ah.
She's trying to be like all respectable like now.
Was she all covered up or what?
Well, not necessarily covered up, but
Well, that's a damn shame. I don't think I saw her now that I think about it. Just heard her.
you just heard her.
Hurt her. I heard her by breaking her heart.
So they're
You hurted her.
they're only round 5. So,
Same as us.
So?
but well, it's kind of like I was watching snowcross on Saturday, and
No, it's nothing like that.
well, no, it's maybe that's just how things are now, and I don't know if this is a bad can of worms, but like even if the races weren't on live, right? Say they weren't, you couldn't watch them on TV until Sunday, the next day, right? Like, I'd be okay with that. But snowcross is like, yeah, wave your hands if you want to see yourself on TV. It's going to be on like February 20th. And it's just like, to me, that's too far, Like, I'm not going to TiVo a snowcross that's by now 3-4 weeks old. Like, I'm going to see who won online, and I really could care less than how it happened. Does that make any sense at all? Or am I just mumbling?
No, I agree.
But so yeah, I haven't caught any arena cross. I seen it was on, and I watched maybe 3 minutes of it, and then I turned it off. So sorry, Jeff, I didn't get to see your lady friend.
It's all right.
But hey,
I'll
it's
be there again for you next Saturday night
yeah. I mean, I think it's
in
cool.
Cincinnati.
You guys had your little bonding time.
We rekindled the old romance. So.
We or you rekindled the old
Probably
romance?
more me than her, I would guess.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's not even aware that this romance exists.
It's best
Well,
if you just let me finish.
Yeah.
I can do it myself.
It's one of those things, just ignore me. I'll quit. I'll quit when I'm done.
Oh man. Okay, so me and Andy from the Open Mic podcast, we did go to the fastest wheelie on ice and stoppie on ice on Sunday. So
You're lucky you didn't fall in.
I know.
So now, wait a minute. Is it the fastest stoppie? Because isn't that kind of like an oxymoron?
No. See, okay.
This is a bit redundant.
I think I don't know.
Redundant? No, that's not what I wanted.
I don't know the ruling or the deal when it comes to the stoppie part. I don't think anyone has ever done this before. Like, it's been, I don't know, 3 years. He did the fastest wheelie on ice. And I think he set the first one because no one had ever done it before. So I think he did it again with the stoppie.
Did this take place in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Do you think he came up with this idea by saying, hold my beer, I'm going to try something?
Oh, no. You know what? He's actually been out your guys' way.
Arrested for DWI 3 times?
No.
Oh.
Come on now. Be nice.
On a motorcycle in the winter.
On a lake.
No, but he goes out to Elko quite a bit for those Eve of Destructions and does the stunt riding. So I always see
What
him.
does he ride then? Like, is it a dirt bike or is it a street bike or what
it's
is it?
Rocket.
It's a crotch rocket. Yep. I have no idea what it is, but
So how fast is he? Wheeling.
Well, okay. So I didn't message him. I commented on a post because I didn't hear exactly what the numbers were. And what they did was on Saturday, they were just going to kind of do like a practice. And then on Sunday was when they were going to do all the world record stuff. So we didn't get out there. It started at 10 and went from like 10 to 3. we got out there about noon, but man, it was pretty nice out on Sunday. So I think the ice kind of went away on him. So he couldn't get the stoppie to work. It was obviously warm ice with, spiked tires just chews everything up. But I guess on Saturday he rolled, up on the front wheel. He went like 250 some feet. So I think that's the record. And then I thought someone said it was 86 miles an hour is what he brought the front wheel up on. But I don't know how it works on the stoppy side of it, because on the fastest wheelie, it's like they have pretty much two lines or two markers, and you have to have the front wheel up when you brake the first one, and then obviously you have to carry it a certain distance to brake the light on the other end. So, you guys following? Is that making sense?
Right with you.
I'm with you.
Okay. So, he set it a couple years ago at like 90 some miles an hour, and then there was some other, and then he re-broke it and got it up to like 108 or 109 or something like that. And then there was some guy from Switzerland or Sweden or somewhere overseas. He broke it. Then he broke
Swahili.
it. He broke it again last year at, I think he did 117 somewhere in there. And then that other guy broke it again. And it was like what did he get it up to? 123, I thought I heard somebody say. But some other cat on Sunday, I guess, hit like 132 or 135. So, zinging across the lake they were.
Wait. So, cats are doing this now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's way more impressive.
They got little goggles and everything.
Now I'm intrigued. I want to watch this.
So, but I haven't looked. I tried getting some GoPro footage of it, but me and Andy brought all of his some of his podcast gear, so he kind of recorded a little thing right on the ice. It's kind of fun. So he sent me that, so I'll have to get that posted. It's not too long. It's only like 10 minutes long, but like I said, we got there kind of late, and one he's riding a wheelie, going 100 miles an hour, and the back tire blew out. So that was kind of cool. But
Drilled them studs a little deep, did we?
oh, it's really weird. I'll get some photos up on the website or Facebook, and you guys can see it's pretty crazy. So yeah, we had a good time with that. Good to get out there.
Good deal.
Congratulations, whoever won.
Do you ever really win?
I don't think when you're riding motorcycles on ice, you ever win. No one wins.
Everybody's losing. Helicopter.
You guys got anything?
Yeah, I'm about to watch Danica be all weird.
I don't know. I did
Got
see
diarrhea.
on Motokazi they announced the Mankato rounds, so that's.
They announced that weeks ago, man.
I just saw it they just put it on the website.
No, they might have just put it on the website, but yeah, they put it on Facebook a long time ago.
Oh.
So, did they actually set up a schedule now, or?
Well, I got May 22nd, June 19th, August 14th, and September 17th and 18th, and that's a district featured event. But
Yeah.
Shoot, I guess I don't have the times of when the races are. Just Fridays, gates open at 6 for camping, and Saturday they got practice 10:30 to 4. But isn't Mankato?
I think there's some time to nail all that down.
Yeah, we got a little time. We got some time. But and then I don't know. I don't know why. I just think this is kind of cool. A couple of friends from my hometown, they're always going up to Cedar Lake Arena. So I don't know. I always see their posts on Facebook, and I just think it's kind of cool. It's a haul from Wyndham. It's 3 hours one way for them to get up there. So they were up.
Yeah.
They were up this weekend for their round 3 event. So.
We got a Lamperts in Wyndham.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Sure do.
That's my old stomping grounds.
Really?
I was talking to Craig Danbury today for a little while, and it's like, I don't know why. I have no ambition to go over there. And it's not even because I don't have a bike that runs.
Oh no.
I don't know what.
Jerry's in the chat room.
Did I
and
dumbfound you that much?
No, it's all right. You're fine. To answer your question, Jerry, we had a question about the Amazon link. So.
No, nobody has ever used it.
I know, you guys need to start.
I don't buy anything from them buttholes anymore because I bought some stuff and it was junk.
So it's all.
I don't know how to return it.
Now you got it.
Yeah.
So it's real simple. So you just click on the Amazon banner, and it's going to open up another window, and it pulls all the info from Amazon. It just looks a little bit different. So if you know what you're looking for, you find it on Amazon. Just go to the Talkin Moto page and search for it through that link or that banner, and just order like you normally would.
And this way, Scott gets all of your credit card information and your accounts.
Now that would be
so we can have it all seized.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that little bit that Scott says we get.
Would we? Yeah.
By we, I mean I.
What the heck? Is Larson's not a KTM dealer anymore?
Were you KTM shopping now?
Yeah. Sure am.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
I'm not buying a KTM dirt bike, don't worry.
Oh, okay. I was getting a little bit nervous there for a minute.
I'm pretty sure that they're not going to have what I want, so.
That's okay. That might be it, boys. The only other thing I got, and you guys probably don't want to hear me talk about it.
That's true.
We listen to a lot of things we don't want to hear you talk about.
What is it? Probably still true, but
let's just be honest here. Okay, did you guys watch any of the football at all yesterday?
Yeah.
Now,
about a whopping 30 seconds worth.
How much did you watch the whole thing, Jeff?
I watched till like the third, probably most of the third quarter.
Like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Cam Newton. And so I honestly thought it was awesome that the dude got sacked 6 or 7 times, and I was rooting for the Broncos to beat him. And so there's this photo that I shared, and it's like the national anthem, and everyone's kind of, right hand over their heart, and Newton's not doing that. And some other guy had kind of wrote a bunch of stuff on it, and I just kind of shared it, and I don't know. People are commenting and saying other things about it. I don't know. I just think the guy's a douchebag. But
Oh, they got my motorcycle, you guys, in stock at Larson's. I just have to put a deposit on that.
So go buy it.
I've decided that I'm gonna live the motorcycle lifestyle and get a street bike.
Okay, this time when you do it, don't sell it to me.
Okay. And if I do, don't let someone ride it before you get a chance to.
Before I pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't total it before it's paid for.
That certain someone being Roger.
that was years ago. Let it go. Let it go.
I'll never forget that, man. I put a whole 2 miles on that bike.
That sucks.
He takes it out and totals it, and then the next day I have to go pay Jeff for it.
He was so embarrassed he couldn't even tell me what happened. I found out about it
I couldn't.
some other way. It was just fantastic.
I was extremely embarrassed about it.
I should probably go get my motorcycle permit if I'm going to do this.
Yeah. I think you'd be smart to wait a little bit before you go and do that.
These things have been hard to find, it seems like, these KTM
Oh
dudes.
my God.
I just watched Nicoletti kind of punt that guy off the track, bopping.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Bopping got bopped.
he did almost land on him. So, yeah, it could have gone either way. But that's it, guys. I really don't have anything else.
Yeah, me neither.
Round 6 from Petco Park. Round 2 for San Diego.
Yay. Tired of freaking California already.
I know, where's it go after that?
Oh, man. Well, we got to be getting ready for... When's Dallas?
Dallas? I haven't heard much about the break, the West Coast break yet, but I would imagine that's... Is Dallas a East Coast round?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually it is anyway.
Generally is, but...
Hang on. Okay, so it's San Diego, and then it goes to Arlington, which is West
that's
Coast.
Dallas. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a West race this year.
And then, so then the next, 2 weeks is West, and then they go to Atlanta, Daytona, Toronto, Detroit.
So Atlanta's the opener for East Coast?
Yep.
Huh.
Yes, sir. So then they do what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow,
I guess that makes sense because they added East Coast races, so they would have had to take
I
one.
was going to say, I suppose with the races in the Northeast, that changes things a little bit.
That's kind of weird. So yeah, they're gonna race 4, and the East guys, and then the series will go to Levi Stadium. So back to California for West, and then it comes back to Indy. Then there's four races in a row for East, and then everything goes to Vegas.
That's kind of weird.
That West round seems early. Or the last West round.
That's what I mean. Isn't it usually more of a break than that?
Yeah, like I thought it was, like the third round.
I thought they went till like right before Vegas, and then they went back to the West. But
Yep.
weird.
suppose they had to probably bump it up because it's probably going to be snowing in Foxborough. Never know. But that's
Probably not.
shoot. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. We're out.
Dirt bike parts coming tomorrow. Woo!
We will rebuild.
We can rebuild him.